Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming this look here. It's definitely a really colorful look, and I am using the JACLYN Hill Volume 2 palette on this. So if you want to see how I achieved this, then just keep on watching.
Alright guys, I already went ahead and did this eye off camera, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye with you. And I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm using my clear brow gel from e.l.f, and I'm just gonna brush that through all of my brow. Let's go from the very beginning of my brow all the way to that tail. And now I'm gonna be concealing. So I'm going in with my Huda Beauty concealer, and I'm in the shade Cotton Candy and my M413 angled brush. And I'm just going to place a little bit of that concealer right onto the tip of my brush. And I like to fight with my bang, obviously. Anyway, I like to tap little dots right under my eyebrow, and then I drag it all the way through. I follow the shape of my brow, and I do leave a little gapping towards the end there because I am trying to get that thicker. So again, I just follow through the shape of my brow and drag down. And then I go in with my bluffing brush. This brush is the M173 from e.l.f, and I just buff all of that out until I feel it's nice and blended. So for this look, we're going into our JACLYN Hill palette. This is the volume 2. And I'm going to be using Tipsy Girl. The brush that I'm using is the M456. And yeah, Tipsy Girl is a really pretty pink shade, as you can see. And the method I'm using today is patting motions. I'm doing this just because this specific look is really vibrant. And I feel like when you blend, it takes away from all that pigment. And it kind of gives it like a sheer look, which I'm not the biggest fan of. So I just place it on my lid, and then I try to extend it as much as possible, but still keep that circular motion, as you can see. So I just continue to tap until I feel it feels like right, like it's matching the other eye. I do take a look at my other eye a lot just to make sure they look like sisters. You know, they don't have to be twins, but sisters is the goal. Then I'll be going in with my M433, and I'm going into Oh Hello and Crazy. And I'm just deepening that color. I'm following the outline of that pretty Tipsy Girl shade, and I'm just deepening it. So I'm going from corner to corner and getting in that center for sure. Basically what this does is just give a little bit of dimension. And now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dipping into Crazy, and the brush that I'm using is the M456 again, and I'm just going above my eye socket, and I'm just really feeling it out and deepening that color. Then I dip into Temptress. Temptress is like a deeper color. It's more like a plummy color, plumish black color. I don't know. It's really pretty though. There's me jamming out. I wish I could leave my music, but you know, I'm not trying to get copyrighted. So, and again, I'm going in with the Crazy shadow, and I am using the M441 brush. And now that I packed all that color, I'm kind of just blending out that eye. And I'm going to be going back into Tipsy Girl and just trying to get that color to pop on the outer part of my eye. There's going to be a lot of going back and forth with all the brushes, so please just keep it in mind. You don't have to go back and forth as much. I just like to do it because I feel like it just makes it look better at the end. Right now I know it looks a bit crazy, and that's fine. You can have fallout, but don't get discouraged about it at all. If you feel like your shadow's looking a bit crazy, like there's ways to clean it up. You can add more. Like, do not feel rushed by time. Like, you got this. So now I'm going back into that Crazy, and I'm going to be using the M441 again, and then I'm going back in with my M456 and Tipsy Girl to get that little pretty pink shade. And yeah, that was that. Not so bad, right? So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going in to my moisturizing cream. I know that sounds weird, but yeah. And I'm using the M124 brush, by the way. And what I like to do with this is I like to like cut my crease kind of with this. I just like to dip my brush in it and just act as if I'm using like concealer or something, and I like to get that line going. I feel like this definitely helps take off all the product beforehand so you can get a crisper cut, but it also moisturizes your eye so it doesn't look too crazy, and it definitely like makes everything blend so much better. So I'm just going in from the beginning of my eye, that inner corner part, to about like 3/4 of my eye. I do leave that outer V untouched. So there's going to be kind of like some going back and forth here. And then I'm going to be going in with that same M124, and I'm dipping into my Milani foundation in shade 2. And now I'm going to be cutting that crease. As you can see, I do place the products behind my hand. You don't have to. I know some people are like, oh, that's unsanitary. Like, that's fine. You don't have to. But this is what I do because I feel like it's easier. And I do like to take my time and try and make sure it matches. As you can see, I paused a little bit beforehand and just continued to cut my crease. Any parts that I felt was sheer, I just kind of tapped them with some more foundation, and yeah. Then I tap it out with my finger. Now I'm going back in with my M456, and I'm hitting that outer part of my eye. Again, I'm just tapping it. I'm not blending it, just tapping it into the temptress part, which is like in my outer V. Then I'm going back in with Crazy and Temptress, and I'm hitting that outer V again. And I'll be going in with this little flat brush. This little flat brush is, I don't even know where I got it from actually, but anyways, it's really, really good. And I dipped into Positivity, by the way, which is that pretty peach shade. And I'm just placing that in the center of my eye. Now I'm going into my 3503, which is the Fierce by Nature palette. It's bomb. And I'm using that glittery green. Sorry if my voice is all over the place. I'm like really sick, so don't mind me. I'm going back in with that little brush that I used for that peach, and I'm just trying to blend it into the green using that M456 and getting that pink as well. I'm just trying to make it look more seamless is the goal. I like to use this little makeup bag. I clean my brushes on it and stuff, but yeah. And I'm using my Yes to Cotton micellar water. I love this for any fallout. I feel like it really, really cleans the makeup off so well. And it's just way easier than using a makeup wipe, honestly. And again, it's Yes to Cotton. Cool, so now I'm going in with my Morphe concealer, what the fuck. My black outliner from Morphe. It's super duper dark and so pretty. And I just like to do a thin line so I can put my lashes on and it'll blend well. I'm now using my e.l.f. Volumizing Mascara. This mascara is like $3, but it works wonders, girl, let me tell you. And then I'm going to place my other lash off camera, which I'm back. And we're going straight to face. So this is the hydrating primer from Makeup Revolution, and I just kind of like to do a little line across my cheeks and my nose, everywhere. And I personally feel like the best way to blend it in is just with your fingers. Like, that makes it be as even as possible. I don't believe in using the beauty blender or another brush because I feel like it makes it be like all over the place, and I don't like that. I'm going in with my Milani foundation, again in shade 2, and my e.l.f. angled brush, and I'm just going to plop a little bit on the tip of my brush and then place that in the center of my nose. And I'm going to go ahead and carve the outside part of my brow. I go only about like 3/4 in. I don't like to do the front part because I feel like it makes it look a little bit more natural. And I do leave a little bit of gapping at the top as well, like kind of like where my tail is, because again, I'm trying to brow my brows out like it's quarantine and your girl just plugged her shit out. I like to place whatever is left over in the center of my brows, and now I'm going in with that M124 again and just kind of trying to like make it more circular. Don't worry if it looks a little bit like too crisp at the end, you can just dab it with your fingers, so I got you. Then I spray some setting spray on my beauty blender, and I just go in with my foundation, and I like to just place it on the actual beauty blender and just kind of take my time in sections. I don't like to dot my face because then I feel like the foundation doesn't blend well. That's just my personal opinion, no matter what foundation I use, but yeah. And I feel like using the setting spray on the beauty blender actually does help it a lot. It makes it definitely look more like a airbrush finish rather than just like, I don't know, I feel like patchy. It looks patchy if you don't use it. But yeah, it definitely makes it look airbrush. It makes it look like you have like a filter on, like your skin looks so freaking pretty. And it lasts, I'm telling you, it lasts. I live in Vegas, and my girls will be like, oh my god, I feel like my foundation coming off. And I'm like, girl, not me. No, ma'am. But yeah. Now I'm going in with my C1.55 concealer from Morphe. This concealer's like really, really good. I used to use Tarte Shape Tape, but this is my holy grail now. And it's holding on for dear life. As you can see, there's like barely anything left, but yeah. I'm just blending that out. It's super full coverage too, by the way, like super full coverage. If you're looking for a concealer, I would definitely recommend trying this one out. Like, it's that bitch, it's bomb. Alright, so now what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to start to like kind of bronze up my face. So I go in with the what is this one? I go in with the E4, and I go into my MAC Shaped and Sculpt. I'm in the shade Light Sweep, and I just kind of light sweep it. I just put a little bit on just to kind of get that going so I can do my cheekbones and my jawline. A little bit on my forehead. I don't go too crazy. Alright. Now I'm going into the e.l.f. contour palette. So I use the bottom two shades, and this is what I use to actually contour. I do the powder contour, and I absolutely love it. This brush definitely helps a lot. It makes it look so like freaking blended. Now I'm going in with the nose contour brush, and I go into that brown shade again, and this brush is the E62. And what I like to do is I just tap the lines of my nose, the bottom, and I do a little line across. I personally feel like it makes my nose look so snatched. And then I go in with that neutral shade, and I just kind of blend out the edges there. I do leave my nose looking a little bit bronzy because I feel like when it doesn't have contour, it just kind of looks weird. Like, how is the rest of your face bronze, but your nose isn't? Just my opinion, though. Now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild angled brush and my MAC blush from, oh, obviously it's MAC. My MAC blush is Flower Crown. This blush is super pretty, and yeah, it's just a little bit on the pigmented side. It is a little pricey, but it works really, really well, so I would definitely recommend it. And I even put it on my nose because it's bomb. And then I'm going in with my chocolate mousse from Morphe and just defining my beauty marks. I have a lot, so I just bring them back to life. And I don't put too much product in my brows. I just like to do the ends there, since I did leave that gap. And then I just spray my face with my Sports Fix. That looks so pretty already, oh my goodness. Okay, I caught myself slipping. So now I'm going to be going back into my JACLYN Hill palette, and I am going to be using my M456, and I'm just going to sweep a little bit under my eyes. Don't worry if it looks a little bit like too sharp. You can go ahead and just like tap it with your fingers, tap it with the brush, with little product as possible. And I'm just going to be putting some bottom mascara to my lashes. I love lower lash mascara. I can't live without it. I feel like it just doesn't complete the look. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to be going into my lips. So this is a lip liner from Morphe. It's in the shade Makeup Talk. It's only $4, and it literally is like freaking cream. It's so beautiful. it just glides on your lips, honestly. I used to buy MAC lip liners and I feel like they dried out really, really fast. And one day I decided to stop at Morphe and never gone back since. I just take that e.l.f. angled brush again and just line my lips with that, trying to clean it up, and then use a little like blending brush. There's me feeling myself, you know. It happens, it happens. Okay, and then I'm going back into my JACLYN Hill palette with I'm in it, and the brush that I'm using is like a little fluffy brush. This is the M562, and that shade's like a little lavender shade. But yeah, that's it, guys.
Alright guys, this is the finished look here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely love how it came out. I feel like it's super vibrant, and it's something that I would probably wear every single day because I'm that extra. But yeah, if you guys want to see any specific colorways or any like specific videos, just let me know. But go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.